All right, so let's say you have Computer Cuisine Deluxe 8.1 and you want to upgrade to version 9.0. How do you do it? It's really simple, but I just want to go through the process step by step so that everyone knows exactly what this entails. So the easiest way is just to launch version 8.1, your older version, and you're going to want to click the backup file because what you're going to do now is back up your key recipe data. So unlike the 1001 recipes that are included, this is an example database that has just recipes that I've entered myself. For example, your collection may have 200 recipes or 400 or 40 or what have you, but this one has 41 recipes. You can see in the list, some have photos, some are favorites. A lot of them are my favorites, obviously. And let's start with number one. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to just create a backup of my Computer Cuisine Deluxe 8.1 recipe collection that I've entered in myself. So you just click backup and it's going to ask first, do you want to back up just the text only? Or do you want to create a larger backup data file, which will have not only the text, but it'll have all the photos as well. So a text file is good if you don't have any photos in your collection and you want a small file that you can just literally email yourself or what have you. But a data file will be the full complete backup. So I would go with the data file to make sure that you preserve all your photos and have your collection fully transfer over. So depending upon your collection, maybe if you have 10,000 recipes, it might be an enormous file, but I'd still go with the data file. And so I'm going to select data file. You'll see a message that comes up that says this is going to create an INA, that's like for Inaka, a .ina file on your desktop, and that's going to back up everything in your collection, including the photos, and it's going to place it right here on your desktop. So I'm going to click OK, and you can see that this file has been created and it's exporting, and now you get a confirmation saying, okay, it's been placed on your desktop. Save this complete data file because this is your 41 recipe collection right here. So essentially we are done with version 8. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to quit that out and we're going to go with version 9. So now we're going to launch version 9, and this is as if you just purchased it, and now you want to import your recipes. So your big question is, do you want to keep the 1001 recipes or do you want to just have it be your 41 recipe collection? I'm going to assume most people want to just have it be their own collection. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to delete all recipes. If you want to keep the 1001 recipes, you can skip this step, but I'm going to delete all recipes that are currently in the collection. So go ahead and delete all. And once that's done, so now it has, this recipe collection has 0 recipes currently. And now all we're going to do is we have this Cuisine 8 INA file or Inaka file. So we're going to go ahead and just select import recipes from Computer Cuisine backup INA file. So that's it right there. You're going to go ahead and select this, and it says, would you like to delete all the recipes now? That was an extra little step that I put in there just in case someone did not delete their recipes and thought, you know what, I do want to delete that. We already did that step, so we don't have to do it. So I'm just going to select no. And it says now you need to locate the Computer Cuisine Deluxe data file, the INA file, from your backup. And just make sure that in the next window, that FileMaker Profiles option is selected, okay? That might be a little confusing, but I'll show you what that means. So you go ahead and select OK. Now, this is a perfect example of what some people may experience where they say, hey, I can't select it. Look, it's dimmed. What's going on? That was that message that says make sure where it says show that FileMaker Pro Advanced Files is selected. Or truthfully, you can just select all available files, and then that way you can ensure that no files are dimmed whatsoever. So now that this file is not dimmed, again, you want to make sure that all available is shown here. You just want to select your backup file and click open. Once that does that, there you go. So remember, there were 41 files, or 41 recipes, in your previous version 8. The same number transferred over, and you can see many of those recipes still have photos. So let's go on Asian spring rolls, and you can see, there you go. Those photos have been retained. Basically, your complete recipe backup has been transferred over to the new version 9.0, and you're ready to rock and roll. So that's how easy it is to upgrade and to preserve your data. And I may want to recommend that it's always very important to create periodic backups of your recipe database just so you have those on file and that you'll never lose your key recipe data, because only you have that content that you've amassed over maybe many years or even a decade or 2 decades of storing files with Computer Cuisine Deluxe. So that's how you import. And if you have any questions, just feel free to visit the website. And thank you very much.